I'm going to open up with a mantra first, and then we'll get started after that, okay? Esito Samaya Dhammasoma Jyotirgamaya Rityarman Ritangamaya Shanti Shanti Shanti. So I hope all that are viewing me are doing well. So this is the type of live that is for everyone. Doesn't matter if you're identify as a zodiac sign or not, okay? So I'll be doing 10 timeless pick a card oracle readings in this live. I'll also be having timestamps down below in the description box and comment area, so you'll know which kind of pick a card reading you want to go towards. Now I'm going to take out the time before I do the pick a card readings to tell you which pick a card readings they're going to be, so you can go right to them right after you know what's going down, okay? For those who need to know this, the timestamps are going to take 15 to 20 minutes to complete after this live. So heads up. That way you know. So you can be patient for those, okay? So the first pick a card reading is for how can the viewers start in their personal life to get through inner deceit, and for some who want to also have a plan, okay? Second pick a card reading is how can the viewers have can have that stability out in the community with family and career. Third card reading is about how can the viewers make decisions about breaking relationship patterns and having a new beginning in romance. That is definitely for, let's see. Yeah, will be 2 picks for that. Pick a card reading number 4 will be about how can the viewers have a stable life coming out of hermit mode with a plan and new employment. So I'm going to say hi in the chat to people who have just joined me. I'll be doing pick a card readings. If you want to know what this live is about, I'm going through the pick a card readings, okay? Number 5 pick a card reading is how can the viewers have intimacy through financial constraints with others and with others. 6 pick a card reading is how can the viewers get out of financial constraints and recharge after mental exhaustion. Number 7's pick a card reading is how can the viewers have stable communication with friends, family, and romantic partnership. Number 8, pick a card reading is how can the viewers learn and teach themselves about stability, stability in their ideas and business partnership. Number 9th, pick a card reading is how can the viewers stabilize their health overall and have a new start. And the 10th pick a card reading is the last one, and that is how can the viewers take the lead in their creative ideas and wish fulfillment, okay? So I have all timestamps for those after the live for those who just joined my chat. And before I start, I'm going to look in the chat so you'll see me looking here and over there too, okay? So I want to say hi to Danny. And I'd like to say also a shout out to Raylyn or Rylan. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Coates. Ray, Ryeligh, Coates. Shout out to you and thank you for subscribing. I'm so sorry if I didn't say your name right. Another hi to Digger Nick. Love your guys' names. Thank you guys and gals for joining me, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to have or pick a card readings for all zodiac signs and non-zodiac signs, and updates and free live one question oracle readings for you guys, always on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This Wednesday is going to change up because, well, actually, never mind, I have to cancel it. So I'm just giving you a heads up. It's Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I can get a lot of people, I can do a lot of free oracle readings for you guys. And I'll be able to do every so often in these lives where it's all zodiac sign or non-zodiac signs on Sundays and Fridays, where I'll do free readings every once in a while, okay? So there's a lot I got to do, and I got to make sure I do it in balance so I'm not... it makes me very sleepy if I do too much. Let's put it that way. My energy runs low and everything, so I make sure to not overdo it in these lives. Say hi to Corey. Hi, Gemini. Was it Fitz? Corey Fitz, hi. Thank you guys and gals for joining me. Say hi to Jasmina, an awesome subscriber that's been here for a while and asking free questions on my lives. Thank you all for joining me. So I'm going to start now with the pick a card readings. If you don't know which one to pick, rewind this live. You'll get to see it right away. So that way you know which one you want to play. If you want to play all of these, all I ask is be true to yourself in a sense of like going how you feel. Use your instinct and intuition, flex that muscle. Okay, if you get discombobulated doing these pick a card readings, have your snack, have your drink, sit back and take a break. Okay, have me there while you're enjoying this live, talking with friends and family that's joining you, watching these pick a card readings, because I invite everybody so that way they can flex their intuitive and instinct muscle. You can have these at any time if you want to share with friends and family, doing a party or whatever, That way you get the messages that you need, okay? All right. So the first pick a card reading, viewers, it's all about how can the viewers have a new start in their personal life to get through inner deceit, and for those also to have a plan, okay? You can pick one or two or all the above, either way. Let me set up the reading and then I'll get started. And it'll be a quick setup because I have to just use this and I have to do it one at a time. Quite different from the other oracle decks. This is the Karma deck. So cheers, everyone. Make sure you have your snack and your drink. I'm going to give you a moment so you can pick one or two. All right, let's get started. So if you pick number one, okay, we'll be asking that question. How can pick number one have a new start in their personal life to get through inner deceit and have a plan? Thank you. Pick number one, you got in Sagittarius. You got Saturn. And we're going to stop right there. So pick number 1. This is for people that are dealing with inner deceit. So I'm going to give you guided actions and an outcome, okay? Pick number 1. Pick number 1. You need to focus here on taking it one step at a time before you can move forward. Because you have to develop a self-care regimen, okay? Think about how this is going to help you when you develop your own self-care regimen and how you can be consistent about it, okay? Keep in your spirit the highest ideals that it's going to work out and be realistic about it, okay? Because you don't have a bad outcome when you do this. I'm going to give you your outcome here in a little bit. All right, here's your outcome on a physical outcome, which you're going to see on the physical plane. Is your resources are going to come into balance and you're going to get some generosity and support coming towards you because you took the lead in being honest here and having strength to do a little at a time in order to vanquish is what's getting channeled in inner deceit. And in return, there's going to be an unexpected change, okay? Where there's going to be more expansion and good fortune, okay? So not a bad outcome, pick number 1. On a spiritual outcome, you're going to have your beliefs and energies to meet the challenge of balance between serving yourself and serving others. An unusual example of it. So here's your unusual example of it, okay? You got to understand it's okay to be selfish, okay? Pick number 1. And the reason why, if you're not okay, no one's okay. You notice that in your journey? When you're not okay, no one's okay. Because when you get off balance, well, like anybody else as a human being, you get cranky, you get resentful, you get upset, and in return, you're poisoning your system more where you're thinking it's going to backfire on the other person, it's going to get after them, but it's really backfiring on you. It's a scientific fact that when you are in that state of imbalance, you're poisoning your system. So now it's time to confront this in such a different way where you're not poisoning your system anymore, but you're creating balance and understanding how you feel and nurturing yourself so that way you take full responsibility and what you need to do to nurture yourself, your emotions, your emotional stability, because you're getting through anything in life, especially inner deceit, because we can be our worst enemy if we want us to be, right? Pick number 1. So now you're doing things different. So you ask yourself what makes you happy. So that way you're taking your break, you're nurturing yourself by either getting rest and rejuvenation, meditation, prayer, whatever your belief system is. Okay, pick number 1. You're going out in Mother Nature. You're doing something to rebalance. You're taking showers, taking baths, doing massages. I go through this list. Pick a card reading number 1. Okay. People who pick number 1 is because so it can inspire you to do your own self-care regimen. It can get those creative juices flowing within inside you because everybody's going to be different in their self-care regimen, okay? Pick number 1. So that's your reading. I really hope it helps. Pick number 1. Now, if you pick number 2, I'm going to do your reading right now. How can pick number 2 have a new start in their personal life to get through inner deceit and have a plan? Pick number 2, you got in Scorpio, Neptune, in your 4th house. We're going to stop right there. So pick number 2. This is for people who want to plan for a new start in their personal life, okay? So I'm going to give you guided actions and an outcome, okay? Pick number 2. And that is on a physical front, okay? You need to make the immediate actions to take control of the situation so you can transform it by making that plan. Being slow is the only way to do this. So that way, you're being practical, making those practical steps by making that plan, that list, whatever it looks like in your journal, okay? And not getting caught up in the details of it, okay? First step, waking up in the morning, okay? Not staying in bed all day. That's a good practical step, right? Just an example. Okay, so you're doing it slow and doing what makes you feel secure. Okay, pick number 2. Keep in your spirit the extraordinary power of prayer, what prayer looks like to you and your belief system, in order to inspire yourself and inspire others around you, as you did in the past. Okay, please and thank you. So you don't have a bad outcome. Okay, pick number 2. All right, here's your outcome. Pick number 2. On a physical front, you're going to be dealing with the fluctuations that happen within inside your mind. Okay. You're going to rebalance yourself and have good times again, resulting from you taking it slow and using a more business-like approach, okay, towards things. Because this is getting you to be, for some of you who need to hear like this, it's like more serious and more grounded, okay? Because you understand if you go any faster than that, well, you're doing yourself a disservice. So it's not a bad outcome. In return, you're going to have good times within yourself and with others. Okay? Your spiritual outcome is you're going to have information to explain the attraction of dedication to achieve on what you want to focus on here, this plan. So, when you do this plan, you're understanding what your self-care regimen is, okay, and what you want to be known for, okay? Are you going to be known for the person that keeps on having inner deceit and wanting to always be stuck in the past? I bet a lot of you are screaming out, hell no, big hugs. So you're going to be understanding now that with this new start is literally saying, I'm letting go of everything that did not help me on my journey anymore. But I'm holding onto that experience so that way I don't repeat another cycle over and over again. Okay. So heads up with that, not a bad outcome. Okay. And that is pick a card reading number 1. I really hope it helps. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate your guys' time and space. Now I'm going to go in the chat real quick. All right. Now let's move on to pick a card reading number 2. This requires 2 different decks. So pick a card reading number 2 is all about how can the viewers have that stability out in the community with family and career. You can pick 1 or 2 or all the above. Either way, I got to get it all set up first, okay, viewers? How can pick number 1 have that stability out in the community with family and career. Thank you. How can pick number 2 have that stability out in the community with family and career? Please give me one card for pick number 1. Give me one card for pick number 2. Thank you. All right, viewers. If you don't know already, pick a card. Reading number 2 is up. It's all about how can the viewers have stability out in the community with family and career, okay? So if you pick number 1, so you can pick 1 or 2 or all the above. But if you pick number 1, you got door to romance. You got man holding a coin. You got goddess of the moon. Hold your vision, fixed moon. You got action. Not a bad outcome. All right, viewers that pick number 1. This is for people that want stability out in the community with family, okay? So the changes that are occurring that you need to know is that family is just as open as you are, wanting something solid and stable as well. So keep on going within in order to rebalance and ground yourself, okay? Because in return, you're going to have that stability and expansion here with family, okay, out in the community. So heads up with that. Your advice is hold your vision, fixed moon. And I'm going to give you your extended advice messages to this, okay? Fixed moon. $106. So for 1 month, say this in the mornings if you want to, 3 times in the morning while looking in the mirror by yourself, please and thank you. Yes, just say the word a lot and see how it feels, okay? Next message, staying power, faith, and patience are needed, okay, in regards to this situation with you and your family, okay? Next thing, someone needs to back down. Next thing, avoid stagnation. That means don't get caught up in the past with stuff, or if you guys are nitpicking each other like you did in the past, okay? Next message, a personal or professional relationship will be enduring. One thing I did see as changes are occurring, that there is going to be a family member, okay, that you're going to possibly want to do a collaboration with, business deals. It looks promising. Just make sure you do it in balance is what I get too, right? And also make sure you have a plan. Brainstorm with each other and hit those practical steps 1 step at a time, initiating that, whatever those ideas are, 1 step at a time, okay? And that's further channeled information for those who are going to be doing business with family, okay? Outcome looks great, okay? Pick number 1 because you're doing action and balance, where you're spending some time with family, spending some time with yourself, or doing whatever it is that you're accomplishing in balance, okay? So that's not a bad outcome. More expansion is coming after this, okay? And you're needing to know that so you keep on avoiding that stagnation, okay? And that's your reading, pick number 1. I really hope it helps. And now if you pick number 2, you got broken heart, anxiety, angel of strength, and meditation and contemplation, new moon in Pisces. You got rest and rejuvenation. Shout out to Karen. Hi. Saw your message. Hi in the chat. So pick number 2. What you're needing to know is for pick number 2 is for people who want stability out in the community with their career. Okay. So the unexpected changes that are going to occur, that you're going to hit anxiety and worry. There's going to be emotional times. But what's great is that you're going to grow through it, and you're going to hit a bump up in status here in your career, where you're going to hit a leadership role. Okay, got it out. So, and this is probably why you're hitting an emotional and anxiety time unexpectedly. Okay, these changes that are occurring, because this is going to come as a shock, a happiness, and then, oh my God, do I have what it takes? Yes, you do. Or else they wouldn't have picked you. Okay, so you got angel strength. You're going to get a lot of support here, not only in the spirit realm, but for people around you, friends and family, okay? So you need to, for some of you need to know this, reconnect and communicate with those friends and family and let them know the good news, so that way you see that support that's there, okay? That's coming in as the changes that are occurring. So heads up with that. Now, if you're like, no, I got to keep focus or not, your advice here in this situation, pick number 2, is to meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. So I'm going to give you your extended messages to your advice, okay? Oh yeah, and by the way, congratulations. It's always fun to get that bump up and go, wow, I worked this long and finally it came through. Huzzah, you know? All right, so here is your advice, pick number 2. Use your feelings to guide your way, okay? Logic won't work right now, okay? I'm going to say it again. Use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. Please and thank you. Next message, for 1 month, okay, to see how it works, because your intuition and your instincts are trying to help you guide your way, okay? Next message, face your fears. They're holding you back, okay? Next thing, this situation is being healed, okay? By your ancestors and everybody that supports you in the spirit realm, okay? Some of you that need to know that. Next thing, it's time to surrender to the divine or whatever you believe in your belief systems, okay? You need to chant Om, Namo, Nara, Yan, Mi, okay? Last message, avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived, okay? And that's your advice. Your outcome looks great because you get relaxed in your position and career out in the community, okay? And plus you get that rest and rejuvenation and balance with your career, with yourself, okay? Yippee! So not a bad outcome, pick number 2. And that is pick a card reading number 2. I really hope it helps. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I greatly appreciate your time and your space, everyone who are watching me. Now let's check the chat before we move on to pick a card reading number 3. Sure, Karen. Once you let me know your, since you caught me right after a pick a card reading, let me know your one question down below in the chat, and then I'll do a timestamp for you in case you want to watch it later, okay? You can ask your one question, Karen, if you're still here. I'll wait a couple more minutes before I move on. Okay, so timestamp starts for Karen right now. I'm going to write you down so I can do a timestamp for you. All right. Karen asked, "What's coming for me in this month? Please and thank you." Let's find out. We'll do what's coming for Karen in the month of January 2025. We one card for love life. Sorry, her romantic life. First card for her romantic life, second card for her money and career, and third card was coming for her unexpectedly in January 2025. Thank you. Appreciation, happy family, and contract. Clarify one card for appreciation, one card for happy family, and one card for contract. Thank you. Got cornucopia, woman holding, the thinking woman, and angel of love. All right. So when it comes down to your romantic life, there's going to be a more appreciation that comes towards you, and that's whatever your wish fulfillment is. And your money and career, and this is all what's going down in January 2025, okay? Now your money and career, there's going to be more happier and good times here because it feels like you're learning here some new stuff. And in return, it's like you're going to enjoy this new stuff with whatever it is that you're learning in your money and career. I get good times here in your money and career. There's going to be a transformation here in your money and career. So that way things are more stable here. I get more in your money. I don't know, but I have a feeling like you're learning something that will bump you up here in your money and career, so that way it's not so hard. So I don't know if you're going back to school or learning through your career some extra extra education that's going to help you with getting more money in your career, but it looks really good. because it's going to stabilize everything, and you're going to have good times with the people you work with. And also, it's going to affect good times here with family and friends, so you can go out and about and have fun with whatever you're earning here in your money and career. There's something unexpectedly coming in. I feel it is a love interest here. Either way, this partnership is going to be very balanced here. But I also feel, let me ask, will there be a money increase for Karen in January 2025? Yes or no? That's a big fat yes. Door to value came out. As long as you have that strategy that you've been doing, okay? And I feel as though that you're learning, bumping up your skills here in your money and career, okay? I feel like, is this contract about love? Yes or no? All right, so what's coming in unexpectedly is that there is going to be love interest here that you're going to have to really ask yourself if you want a romantic relationship with, because you got contract and angel of love. So if you're out to want to date them, get to know them, make sure that's really what you want. Is it going to lead to a long-lasting relationship, though? Yes or no? Yeah, you're going to find out, whoever this is, that it's not going to lead to something long-lasting. So if I were you, get to know them, see if it is, but I don't feel like this person is going to be very deep with you, whoever is coming in unexpectedly to you. I feel like they're going to be surface level stuff, and you'll know right away because, well, surface level is not that very deep, right? But just know that this is a stepping stone to there's someone after that's actually going to be much more deeper. You're just dipping your toe into like dating again, is what I'm getting. Okay, Karen? Yeah, she said, whoa, in regarding a relationship. Yeah, I had to look to see, because when this card comes up, this is about like, don't get worried that this person's not deep. There's better people out there after this person that's going to want to be deep with you. So don't get upset if this person's like, I hate to say it about people, but people can be very surface level, like superficial. And you'll feel it with this person that they're very superficial or very surface level stuff. They're not very deep, and you're there going, okay. You know what I mean, Karen? So you need to know that, so that way you're not getting caught up in deceit. Okay? And that's what I have for you. Someone who is like very emotional, okay? Because I saw the man holding a heart in the bottom with that. He will come off very like emotional, a little bit romantic. Anything else does Karen need to know about this person that's unexpectedly coming in? They are the complete opposite of you, okay? Because if you're a deep kind of person, they're the complete opposite, okay? That's why I said superficial, okay? They're like, there to remind you to like say it's okay if you're different and you want to be like that, but doesn't mean I have to live with that. Because in a romantic partnership, when it comes down to it, Karen, In each other, we find ourselves. We forget the other half of ourselves, or whatever we need to work on ourselves. And sometimes we give in to our opposites, going, oh man, that's my puzzle piece, my other half. No, no. The lesson there you need to learn, if that's what you're thinking, or that's how you always gravitate to your opposite, is more like you're always whole, you're always been whole. You didn't need somebody else to fill that other half. You get what I mean? So hopefully I'm not confusing you at all, but giving you the inspired action to not be upset if this person's not too deep, even though they are your opposite. There's going to be better actions after this unexpected person that comes in, okay, that are going to be deep with you, that are going to want something more tangible, more practical, long lasting. You get what I mean? Where it's not difficult. Whatever you are now, they're the opposite of. If you're loud and exciting and bursting with life, they're the complete opposite of that. They're quiet, bit reserved. Yeah, they'll answer your questions, but they'll only give you surface level questions, not my passion is this and that. They won't do that. It's very, very little one word answers sometimes. Get what I mean, Karen? And she was asking me in the chat a little description about the undeep person. Another question she asked, how will they come towards me? Boy, you're asking a lot. How are they going to come, this unexpected person, how are they going to come towards Karen? Emotional. Fourth chakra Archangel Raphael, to show that they're going to come to you emotional because they walked away from something that held them down in the past. So it's going to be like, yeah, I just got over something really bad, and it left me very sad and stuff like that, to hook you in. Yeah, it was a past relationship. So heads up with that. I feel like that just was still fresh with them, of them getting out of a relationship. Okay? So you need to know that, so you're not being deceived. Okay? Because they still need to heal from it, and they have no energy of long-term committal kind of thing with anybody, let alone you. And it has nothing to do with you. It's the fact that they're going through healing right now, and they're not even close to being honest with themselves about being ready. Okay? So you're needing to know that, so you're not being deceived. Okay? That's the unexpected person. But right after them, there are going to be connections that are a lot deeper. But right now, you're needing to not give in to any kind of deceit about it, and nurture yourself, because you have expansion coming up, not only with showing you that you're attractive, okay, that people find you attractive, but you're needing to see the beauty within inside you, and also expansion in your money and career. So if you really want to know crystal clear, it's better to focus on you, okay, you right now, because you deserve that expansion you've been waiting for. Not this unexpected person. This unexpected person needs to heal. And you're needing to know this in advance, so that way you're not getting, okay? You're welcome. Karen wrote, this really helped me. You're welcome. Big hugs. All right, cheers everyone. Cheers to Karen and great new things coming in, because she's getting an increase in her wealth. Because we all need that victory, right? Even Karen does. So cheers. Because when our clan, meaning all as human beings, are able to get those victories, it helps out everybody, believe it or not. And I believe it. So big hugs, Karen. Karen said, no, I won't be in a relationship with this person because I think he is my ex. Cheers. Cheers, and thumbs up too. Yeah. Well, you know what? That's why they're called exes. You gain the experience that you need to, so you won't be stuck up in there for another month, another hour, another minute, another 5, 10 years. Okay? You deserve new starts, you know? So big hugs, Karen. Thank you for asking your question. And thank you for letting me help you. Now, we got to move on forward to pick a card reading number 3. Now, viewers, pick a card reading number 3 is how can the viewers make decisions about breaking relationship patterns and having a new beginning in romance. You can pick 1 or 2, or all the above. It's up to you and how you feel. Either way, viewers, I need to set it up and then we'll get started. Let's see. 2 shuffles. How can pick number 1 make decisions about breaking relationship patterns and having a new beginning in romance? Thank you. How can pick number 2 make decisions about breaking relationship patterns and having a new beginning in romance? Thank you. Please give me 1 card for pick number 1. Thank you. Please give me 1 card for pick number 2. Thank you. All right, viewers, if you don't know already, pick a card reading number 3 is up. It's how can the viewers make decisions about breaking relationship patterns and having a new beginning in romance. You pick 1 or 2 or all the above, either way. It's time. If you pick number 1, viewers, you got 2nd Chakra Archangel Ariel. You got Journey. You got the Thinking Man. You got a new start is coming, new moon, yippee! And committee. All right, viewers. For pick number 1 is for people in a romantic relationship that want to break relationship patterns, okay? So the 3 changes that are occurring is that when you actually break those relationship patterns, there's going to be new intimacy that's going to be occurring. You guys moving forward, not being stuck in the past. and you guys learning and teaching yourselves to build up that intimacy one step at a time. So that's great. No breakup, just more of you guys getting closer again. Yay! And being consistent, I see. So here's your advice. A new start is coming, new moon. Okay, pick number 1. So I'm going to give you some extended messages to your advice. So you keep the momentum. Yay! So for 1 month, in the mirror, 3 times in the mirror, say this by yourself for 1 month. I'll see it when I believe it. Nothing wrong with saying that, right? Next message, a new start is coming. It's on its way. Next thing, you'll soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want. Pick number 1. Between you and your partner. Yay. Next thing is your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well. So remind yourself that for 1 month or as long as it takes, okay? Last message, forget about the past, okay? That's your advice, pick number 1. Your outcome looks great. You guys have a more deeper bond going out and about in the community. But you guys are going to find out you guys have been knowing each other for a very long time. Feels like in another life. But either way, it's like friendship and romantic life is going to grow between you two. Like a message that I get channeling this card is like you guys are going to be not only in a romantic relationship still with each other, but it's going to be as great like as best friends too. Because you guys really broke those relationship patterns that carried over from the past into your guys' thing. Yeah, that's going to be all cleared out. So it's not a bad outcome, okay? Kindred spirits. Woohoo! Right? That's your reading, pick number 1. I really hope it helps. Now, if you pick number 2, you got door to personal healing and happiness. You got Healer of the Ages. You got Storm Warning. You got Retreat. Last one, first chakra, Archangel Michael. All right. All right. So pick number 2. This is all about for people that are in a romantic relationship that want a new beginning in romance. Okay. Want that new cycle. So that's for you. Pick number 2. The changes that are occurring that you need to know is that you're going to get a new start in your personal life with your partner. There's going to be a healing here, and you guys picking and choosing your battles with each other. Because whoever cleans it up is going to be the one having to clean it up. So pick number 2. This is your warning. Don't cause any drama, or your partner is going to have to clean it up. Okay. But if you cause it, you got to clean it up. Be crystal clear, okay? So your advice is to retreat with your partner. It's time to disconnect from the world, okay? So you can have that new start in romance. So do some research. Have some fun, okay? What kind of things you want to do on a mini break or mini vacation, okay? It can be 1 or 2 days, either way. You can make it as much, however long you need to, but a minimum of 1 or 2 days, okay? Don't have your cell phone on unless it's for emergencies, okay? And only pick up for emergencies, okay? This has to be your ground rules between you two, so that way social media, people won't be like up in your business while you and your partner is having a new start in romance, okay? And I have to get that clear so that way you guys have this new start. Because if you keep on allowing people to interject themselves through your mobile phone device, how are you going to have that new start, okay? That's your advice. Your outcome looks great because stability here is going to occur here in your outcome, not only with inside you, but in this relationship between you two. Finances are going to look great too. They're going to be still stable. You need to know that. So just in case, you're there going, I don't know if we should spend a whole lot of money, just make a budget, okay? That easy. And don't go over that budget. Be practical with yourself, okay? And easy on yourself and your partner, okay? Especially if you want to do an unexpected expense, like getting them a gift wherever you guys go and your mini vacation or whatever, okay? Plan for that too. So that way it doesn't like stress you out in the end. Okay? That is the end of your reading. Pick a card number 2. I really hope it helps. And that's the end of Pick a Card reading number 3. Please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you very much for your time and your space too. Very much appreciated. So let's move on to Pick a Card reading number 4. Cheers, everyone. Tink. All right, number 4. Okay, Pick a Card reading number 4 is all about how can the viewers have a stable life going out of hermit mode with a plan and new employment, okay? So you can pick 1 or 2, but not all the above, okay? So that way you're not discombobulated of what you need to do. So pick number 1 is if you're curious about coming out of hermit mode, and the second one is having that new employment, okay? Hermits that want that employment, okay? I'm going to set it up now. Have fun while I'm doing it. How can pick number 1 have a stable life coming out of hermit mode with a plan and new employment? Thank you. How can pick number 2 have a stable life coming out of hermit mode with a plan and new employment? Thank you. Oh wait, not with this one. Got to deal with a different deck for pick number 2. Give me 1 card for pick number 1. Thank you. All right, viewers, if you hadn't already know, pick a card reading number 4 is how can the viewers have a stable life coming out of hermit mode with a plan and new employment. You can pick 1 or 2 or all the above. Wait, no, you can't pick all the above. My bad, pulling it back. You can pick 1 or 2. But either way, I got to start with pick number 1. You guys are up. You got 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. You got All Tied Up. You got Envy. You got Prosperity Lies Ahead. New Moon in Taurus. And Contract, not bad, with an outcome. All right, so pick number 1 is for people who want to come out of hermit mode with a plan, okay? So the 3 unexpected changes that are going to be occurring when you do is that you're going to have be able to stand in your truth, okay? And be able to have truthful communications with others. You're going to be getting out of stuck in your mental prison about this. because that plan is going to be very good for you, okay? And you're going to also be overcoming lack, jealousy, or envy, which is great. So your advice is new moon in Taurus. This will help you with your plan, okay, hermits that want to come out of hermit mode with a plan. Let me give you an extended message to these. Aha, found it right behind me. My book. Taurus. All right, so part of your plan needs to be, Tauruses, part of your plan needs to be pick number 1 is get and give a massage healthy body, healthy mind toward yourself. Okay, please and thank you. Next thing, you'll soon be able to afford the thing you've been dreaming of. Next thing, get what you value most will help you find peace. Next thing, take some time out to pamper yourself because your self-care regimen always needs to be had here as a human being on your journey, because without it, well, you know how bad it's been sucking without it, okay? So that's why you're needing this plan and do something different, and that is be consistent in doing your self-care regimen, please and thank you. Last thing, start a standing order to a savings account, no matter how small, okay? Please and thank you. That's your advice. Your outcome looks great. Is that you're going to have balance here. Partnerships with others, even new opportunities, okay? If you've been dealing with legal matters, you're going to have things turn in your favor. Now, for those who don't, it's business partnership, it's networking with new people, okay? Either way, balance is coming in. Yay, in the end. Not a bad outcome. So I really hope that helps. Pick number 1. Now let's move on to pick number 2. I'm going to use the Karma deck. So how can pick number 2 have a stable life coming out of hermit mode with a plan and new employment? Pick number 2, you got the moon. Mars. We're going to stop right there. Now pick number 2, I give you guidance and an outcome, okay? So pick number 2 is for people who want to come out of hermit mode with new employment, okay? So please make the immediate actions to let your feelings tell you how to, and force yourself to become that leader in order to tell let your feelings tell you how to. Please and thank you. Keeping your spirit to defend this and in order to be re-energized and excited, okay? Because you don't have a bad outcome, pick number 2. Here's your outcome. On a physical plane, you're going to understand the rules involved of using the most business-like way in order to get this new employment in one step at a time. And in return, you're going to get the job that you want, because you're going to mesh well with the people that you apply to the job with and have good times with, because you using that business-like way is what's going to attract what you want, okay? Your creativity with your words, being practical, that's what's going to create those good times. And you're also going to have fluctuations with inside your mind about it, but I feel as though through your communication, you're going to do a little at a time. You're going to go through your own you're going to go through an inner transformation. You're needing to know this because once you start fluctuating inside your mind, you need to know this in advance. You need to use your self-care protocol because you're going to be going through a transformation to be ready for the path ahead. So you can either do your transformation at home or out in the community. Either way, you're going to find out what's happy and safer for you to do that transformation. I feel like all you hermits that are going for new employments are going to be doing that in hermit mode. In your nice comfy robe in your home, which is not bad. That would be my first choice too. On a spiritual outcome, you got dedication to achieve, the attraction of information to explain, the awareness of how you want to control this transformation, and you're also going to be having resources to still take good care of yourself here in the end. So it's not a bad outcome because you're going to get that employment. You're going to be overthinking it, but it's okay because you're going through a transformation. So that way you don't get all stuck up in your head about it. And what's going to get you to stabilize here in the end is your self-care regimen. So all in all, not a bad outcome, okay? Pick number 2. You need to know this in advance so that way, well, you can be more optimistic about life again. Because, well, when you come out of your bubble, you can think a lot of different things, right? And assume a lot of different things. And then when we go through our transformation, we'd be like, wow, it wasn't as bad as what I thought, you know? So big hugs, pick number 2. Congratulations on getting that new job. So that is pick a card reading number 4. I really hope it helps. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I greatly appreciate your time. Let's look out in the chat because I saw some things. Jay, you're silly in the chat. I don't know how I should take that. Seriously, that's weird. Jay, if all you want to do is be a weirdo in my chat, you're going to see whatever consequence that comes out of it. Okay, Jay, just giving you a heads up. Stop being a weirdo. Karen wrote, thought I misspelled the question earlier, but you still gave me the answer I needed to know. She also wrote, he thinks I'm his... Oh, man. Was it Weenit? What is that? Oh. Oh, he thinks he's a wiener. A sausage. Yeah. Jay, you're just being a weirdo with your wiener comments. He wrote in the chat, should I let it all hang out this year, unzip and feel the wind on my wiener? And then when you do, weirdo, that's when you're going to run into somebody that's going to call the cops on you and go, oh my God, there's someone's indecently exposing themselves and being a weirdo, and boom, a charge. So I don't know, Jay. I don't know. It's up to you if you want that experience, being in jail. There's a lot of people that like wieners in jail, and then there's some that don't. So, Jay, you're in this life experiencing all that it is to be a human being. And if part of that is being a weirdo, you're going to see the consequence in it. Karen wrote, Jay thinks from his wiener, so ass like that. She also wrote, suddenly some animal comes and eats his wiener. You guys are funny. Jay, if all you wanted to do was be silly and funny and we're to have interesting conversation, that's one thing. But if you're really trying to be a weirdo, you need to just like move on with that because no one finds that attractive at all. Now, if you're trying to be silly, that's one thing. But no one is going to take it silly if all you're going to do is put it that way. Because we're going to come up with scenarios that totally cut off the wiener and the weirdo-ness. Okay? Thank you, Karen. Big hugs. This is not a dull and boring life. Sometimes weirdos come up in our lives and say weird shit like that. I mean, weird conversations even happen in high school. You remember that stuff? Tell me in the comments down below the weird situations you've been in. That'd be interesting to read. Oh, I'm glad you found me too, Karen. Big hugs. All right, let's move on to the next pick a card reading. Shall we, sirs and ma'ams? Let's say cheers again. Water. If you're wondering why I drink water a lot, it's really good on the chi, especially if your chi is running very high as, in general. So what it does, it's like the best example I can give you is that when you drink water, it stops your chi from making you overheat. Okay, because I have more of a cold water. When I put water in here, it stays cold. And then sometimes I drink this because I also water, and that lubricates the mouth really good, especially when you have to talk too. But it also calms down your water, comes down your chi where it's not overheating yourself like you would if you're taking your car out way too much in a longer distance and you know the fact that it overheats easily. It's the best way to put it. Karen wrote, you give such a positive energy. I want to know more about you if you don't mind. Sure, at the end. Well, it depends what you guys want to know, like more about me, because I'm pretty open, you know. So just leave it down on the live and I'll be able to answer your guys' questions, especially towards the end or throughout this live. Okay, Karen? Because I don't mind people getting to know me. I know before I started YouTube, I used to be a moderator for certain tarot readers. And then I stopped and got into more of doing my learning about more of tarot, and then grew and evolved out of tarot, and then did a new channel, and this was the new channel. So I did a tarot channel before this one, and it was a lot easier doing oracle readings than tarot readings because it's like, the best way I can put it is when you have tarot versus oracle, it's just different portals, different channeling that you're doing. And I found it was a lot easier to do oracle readings than tarot because it's like over analyzing with tarot versus oracle. It just was a lot easier with oracles. It came like it was second nature with oracle readings for me. Cool. Yeah, I wouldn't mind answering that. And yeah, Karen, you can become a moderator. Now, all I ask is, Karen, or anybody who wants to moderate on my channel, just don't abuse it, okay? Because I know when you're going to abuse it. But I have a feeling, Karen, you're not even going to do that. It's just for my how do I put this? For my protection, for my saying that I did say something to you, just don't abuse the privilege of being a moderator for me, okay? That's all. So I'll make you a moderator. I'll do that right now. I'm going to make you a managing moderator, okay? So it's a little bit higher than a standard moderator, okay? That way you can block out any kind of words, or actually, you know what? Let me just make you a standard because I'm going to look into managing moderator and see what that's all about. Yeah, I think I'll just make you a standard because I don't know what managing moderator is. Okay? Oh, I know, Karen. It was just letting you know, or anybody especially that wants to moderate for me. Usually I'm my own moderator because, well, there's a lot of people that come and go on my channel. And I don't mind that. Just not a lot of people have the time to want to moderate. So I appreciate you, Karen, to be a moderator. Oh, you're my first one. That's so cool. So good luck managing people and their silliness, especially Jay, that interesting weirdo. No, it's just being a weirdo. Anyway, I'm going to go on to the next thing. I'm going to copy your question, Karen, so I can answer it at the end of the pick a card readings. We're halfway there because I have to do 10 of them. So we're on the 5th one. But this will remind me at the end to answer any questions about me. Because I usually just don't talk about myself unless someone wants to know. You get what I mean? I'm very rarely a selfish person. And I rarely want to talk about myself because, well, I think everybody deserves their privacy, but I just don't put my crap out there unless someone wants to know. All right. So pick a card reading number 5. So I'm going to look into what the managing moderator does before I make you in one, okay, Karen? So in the next life, if you're there before that, like after this one, I'm going to look into the managing one. If it's not controlling too much, which I don't think it is, but I have to double check. I always do. Then I'll bump you up to a managing moderator the next time I see you online. Okay? Big hugs. Thank you again. All right, so pick a card reading number 5. And if you could, Karen, every so often let people know that if they would like to like, share, and subscribe. And Yeah, just every so often do it if you need to. And especially kick anybody who's being inappropriate in the chat. You'll just know. Because you'll be like, this doesn't sound right. Thank you. All right, so pick a card reading number 5 is all about how can the viewers have intimacy through financial constraints with others or just starting out, okay? Intimacy, okay? You can pick 1 or 2 or all the above. Either way, I got to set it up, okay, viewers, and then we'll get started. So that means intimacy through financial constraints and with others. Be crystal clear. How can pick number 1 have intimacy through financial constraints and with others? Thank you. How can pick number 2 have intimacy through financial constraints and with others? Thank you. Give me 1 card for pick number 1. Give me 1 card for pick number 2. All right, viewers. If you don't know already, it is pick a card reading number 5 is already set up. Now you can pick 1 or 2, but this is all about how can the viewers have intimacy through financial constraints and with others, okay? Pick number 1, you got contract. Angel of Strength. Door to romance. Woo! And step out of your comfort zone, North Node. And man holding a coin. Not bad. So pick number 1 is for people that want intimacy through financial constraints. Your 3 changes that are occurring that you need to know, pick number 1, is that you're going to have a new beginning in your romance. Okay. You're going to be also taking the lead in the partnership that's going on here. Okay. Some of you, it's that new partnership in regards to romance. Your career is also going to have new contracts, new opportunities as well. So you need to know so that way you see these, pay attention to these changes that are occurring so you can step up in your leadership here, okay? Here's your advice. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. So I'm going to give you advice so that way you get what you need here and keep it moving forward is what's getting channeled in. North Node. For 1 month, when this is occurring, okay, pick number 1, please say to yourself in the mirror 3 times for 1 month, I know I'm headed in the right direction. Yippee! You can add that yippee at the end if you want to, if you feel it. Next thing, you're headed for something which feels like destiny. That was the next message. Next message, you need to face the fear and get over it. Please and thank you. Next thing is time to stop obsessing about someone or something. Next thing, stand on your own 2 feet. Please and thank you. Last thing, you got this, okay? Because Your outcome looks great. Okay, your money comes in, it's stable, and it becomes stable and solid because, well, you cheered yourself on along the way and took the lead here in being grounded and stable and solid. Okay, and you got through financial constraints. So not a bad outcome, pick number one. And you're needing to know this so you're optimistic and keep on moving forward, all right? So money is going to come in. Money is going to be stable again here in your outcome, all right? So heads up with that. Yippee! Got to do the yippee because it's good energy right there, pick number two. Sorry, pick number one. Now, if you pick number two, you got walking away. You got broken heart. You got woman holding a heart. You got what do you need to release? Whining moon. And second chakra archangel Ariel. Getting tongue-tied. All right, pick number two is for people that want intimacy with others. The three changes that are occurring that you need to know, pick number two, is that the past is being let go. You're going to feel emotional around this time. So it's good to use your self-care regimen through these changes because that's what's going to stabilize you. And you have support around you too through these changes that are occurring with family and friends, okay? What's getting channeled in, they're going to really love on you. Just be open to letting them know what's upsetting you, okay? They're there to support you and remind you that you're a beautiful human being and that this was just an experience that you needed to experience, but not get stuck in depression about it, okay? So you need to know that, heads up with that. So your advice is, what do you need to release? So I'm going to give you the extended messages of what can help you, of what you need to release, okay? Waning moon. 100. All right. So 1 month, okay? Please let this be your mantra for 1 month. Looking in the mirror by yourself early in the morning when you go to the bathroom. You can use your handheld mirror. 3 times in the mirror say, it's safe to let go and move on. Okay? Next message, move forward with a little resistance as possible, please and thank you. Next thing, this is not the time to start new projects, please and thank you. Next thing, releasing emotional baggage is recommended now because you're clearing out the old and making way for the new now, okay? Next thing, say sorry to someone, whether it be yourself or that other someone, you'll know because you'll feel it, okay? And if you're getting angry, you're feeling it towards that other person. And it's easily as saying, I forgive you for all the crap you put me through because now I got that experience to not go through that crap no more. Because what will happen is you will clear out all that resentment, all that anger, not for them, for you, so because you don't want to poison your system anymore. And that's what's going to clear all that crap. Now it's your turn to learn. We all had to do it, okay? So I'm cheering you on. Next thing, do energetic work such as meditation or yoga, okay? Because for some of you, it will banish those insecurities, those conflicts, those fears, okay? Next thing, soon you will see what lies ahead. And it'll give you that clarity, that balance, that courage, that strength, that foresight. Okay? That's your advice. Your outcome looks great because it's getting you to that next level of your creativity, having more intimacy, emotional intimacy with others, but especially harnessing your creativity and ideas, your creative ideas. Got it out. So it's not a bad outcome, okay? Pick number one, and you're needing to know this so that way you keep on pressing through, okay? Releasing is a really good thing, because if we didn't release anything in our own mind and bodies of what it is that we're harboring, well, this is why people go through heart attacks, they go through strokes, through brain aneurysms and stuff like that, because there were still some things that were being harbored, and health issues. It's just you're doing it in a different way, so that way you're not stuck up in stress anymore, okay? So, viewers, that was the pick a card reading number 5. I really hope it helps. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now let's check the chat. I agree with you, Karen, on your last comment that you said. I saw it. Cheers, everyone. All right. Now let's move on to the 6th pick a card reading. It's how can the viewers get out of financial constraints and recharge after mental exhaustion? So you can pick 1 or 2. And this one you can pick both if you want to. It's how you feel. Either way, I'm going to get it set up, viewers. And then we'll get started, okay? How can pick number 1 get out of financial constraints and recharge after mental exhaustion? Thank you. Give me 1 card for pick number 1. Thank you. All right, viewers, it's all set up. You can pick 1 or 2, but the reading is all about, or all the above. But you can, so the pick a card reading number 6 is how can the viewers get out of financial constraints and recharge after mental exhaustion? 1, 2, or all the above. All right, if you already picked, viewers, number 1, you got contract. You got angel of strength. You got door to romance. You got look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Last card you got man holding a coin. Not bad. So pick number 1 is for people who want to get out of financial constraints. So here are the 3 changes that are occurring that you need to know, okay? You're getting a new beginning in regards to how you feel about money. You're taking the lead and being responsible and have the strength to be honest, to take the lead. And in return, these changes are going to cause balance, new opportunities in your money and career. Contracts are coming, business owner or not, okay? So your advice is look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. I'm going to give you some extended messages so that way you know all your advice. Okay, pick number 1. Yippee! All right, so when the time comes, take time out for a mini break or vacation for yourself. Next message, this situation may be coming around because you've been distracted. Next message, be confident without overly confident to win the day. Okay. Next message, have you shown that you care? If not, now is a good time. Okay. Last message, find a balance between speaking your mind and saying too much. Please and thank you. And that's your advice. Your outcome is great. Okay, pick number 1 because through financial constraints, you're coming back into stable and solidness in your money and career, your health, and your value. Okay, so it's not a bad outcome. Okay, pick number 1. That's your reading. I really hope it helps. Now we're moving on to pick number 2. We're going to be using the Karma deck for this. How can pick number 2 get out of financial constraints and recharge after mental exhaustion? Thank you. Pick number 2, you got the North Node. You got also in the 3rd house. I'm going to stop right there. So pick number 2, I give you guidance and an outcome. So immediate actions, pick number 2, because now is the time to get your ideas going, okay? This is for people that want to recharge after a mental exhaustion, okay? In order to have a new self-care regimen so you're not hitting mental exhaustion no more. Even if it's as simple as rest and rejuvenation, okay? Keep in your spirit, have faith by making the right connections here to those new ideas that you want to get going, okay? So you don't have a bad outcome. I'm going to give you your outcome here in a little bit. So, on a physical outcome, pick number 2. You'll be getting over anxiety and worry about this trouble. Okay? You'll be growing through it, and in return, it's going to cause a major change here to whatever overwhelming events that are going to occur within inside you and around you. Because here, you're going to understand who you're going to have partnership here. In regards to any financial constraints that were going on in these overwhelming events, okay? You're going to understand who supports you, okay, here in the end. Partnerships that are going to come in. On a spiritual outcome, through this growth of anxiety, because you're going to understand there's no anxiety about this trouble, you're going to grow that personal power, your faith, and also balance. You're going to keep this all a secret too. And I have to say that because it says it in the cards too. You're going to keep it hidden. So I'll know, pick number 2. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Big hugs. That's a huge victory, growing through anxiety and worry about financial constraints and having mental exhaustion over it. Everybody goes through it, and we're not above or below each other, okay? Pick number 2. You're needed to know this just in case you're being pessimistic about it so deeply until something big had to occur here And that was you putting the initiative to confront this in such a different way with your self-care regimen. So good job. Big hugs. That's your reading, pick number 2. I really hope it helps. And that's the end of pick a card reading number 6. I really hope it helps everyone who watches this. Please like, share, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it, your time and your space. All right, I'm going to move on to number 7. Yeah, some people like to wait and some people don't. But one thing's for sure, even after I do pick a card reading lives, it's showing how authentic I am, because I've done pick a card readings that are not live and they don't get the kind of viewership and watch time that my lives do. That's how weird things are when it comes down doing lives and not lives. I figured out, because I've done pick a card readings that were not live and then we even get the time or the view time. And that's because, and I hate to say it, but YouTube's ever since they did algorithms and all that, it's threw everybody's freaking channel out of whack. Even the ones that used to get millions of views are starting to see that even their channel's not getting the viewership that it used to be when they did the AI and algorithms and all that stuff. It's been so messed up. But people don't know it's not the AI that's controlling everything. It's YouTube that's controlling who and what should watch which way. It's really, that's what it is. And if you're not on the up and up with YouTube, they will throw your channel right to the side. And with me, my YouTube channel is all about helping people. And it's not that popular because people want to get freaked out before they get help. And I don't freak my people out when they watch my channel. I give them the solution so they can move forward. And that's not very popular to YouTube. And I don't care, because I rather help people, not try to be like, well, whoever is popular trying to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on trying to be top bro on YouTube. No offense, Mr. Beast. I don't have to throw a lot of money in order to help people. I have to just be this kind of YouTube channel to do this kind of stuff. And yeah, it's going to reach the right people and whoever it is. And I'm not scared to say that. I don't have to spend thousands or millions of dollars on a channel just to see how I'm going to reach people and throw $1,000 at people that are desperate for money, will do anything they can just to have money. And in the end, they complain because of the fact that they were subject to some kind of abuse through doing bullshit for Mr. Beast. But it's like, you put yourself there. You put yourself there, and now you're complaining that you didn't get treated fairly. I mean, what do you expect? Some people will do the stupidest things for money. Me, not really. And I don't have any judgment if people want to do stupid things for money. That's on them. They want to know that type of experience. That's great. I have no enemies, and I don't think anybody's above or below me. But if you expect something different, then you got to apply it in such a different way, you know? But that's for people who need to know more about me. Yeah, I may not be the most popular one on all, but at least I'm being authentic to what it is that I'm creating and where to help others. Not doing a popularity contest. It's a bunch of bullshit, if you ask me. And I'm sure a lot of people will understand that. And if people don't want to be patient for their stuff, that's okay too. That's why I do timestamps at the end. All right, so the next pick a card reading is for number 7. how can it's all about how can the viewers have a stable communications with friends, family, and romantic partnership. You can pick one or two or all the above, okay? But in this pick a card reading, I got to set it up, okay? And then we'll get started. Number 7. Cheers, everyone. All right. How can pick number 1 have stable communication with friends, family, and romantic partnership? Thank you. How can pick number 2 have stable communication with friends, family, and a romantic partnership? Give me one card for the moon. Give me one card for pick number 1. Give me one card for pick number 2. Thank you. All right, viewers, pick number 7 is up. If you don't already know, it's all about how the viewers can have stable communication with friends, family, and romantic partnership, okay? So you pick 1 or 2 or all the above. Now, if you pick number 1, this is your reading. Appreciation. Cornucopia. Goddess of the moon. Show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. The garden and the gate. Not a bad outcome. All right, pick number 1 is for people who want to have a stable communication with family and friends. So here are the 3 changes that are going to be occurring. More emotional stability and gratitude. Whatever your wish fulfillment is with family and friends, it's going to come true with a transformation. And another thing that's going to occur, you're going to have a balance also with you time of meditation or just spending time with yourself as well, with balance with friends and family. Okay, those are the 3 changes that are occurring. So your advice is to show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. So with this, I give you extended messages as your advice, okay? So for 1 month, be aware of your feelings, but also be prepared to move on from past stuff, okay? So that way it's not lingering with your friends and family and with inside you, okay? Next thing, don't lose beauty and romance of life. So that means make sure you watch romantic comedies. Okay, those are funny, but also great to watch, whether you're male or female, or romance novels too. Okay? Next thing, you are too much in your head. Get into your heart, please and thank you. Pick number 1. Next thing, a friend needs you, so be there for him. Okay? Last thing, a situation is going to take an unexpected turn. So heads up with that, okay? Your outcome looks good because you're confronting or getting outside your comfort zone with your friends and family, okay? So you can have more stable communication with them. You're going to go through 2 transformations here in your outcome. So that way you're comfortable in your own skin in order to have that true communication, okay? Honest communication between you two, whether it be friends or family, okay? So that's your reading. Pick number 1. I really hope it helps. Now, if you pick number 2, you got Door to Personal Healing and Happiness. You got Healer of the Ages. You got Storm Warning. Confidence is key to your success. New Moon in Leo. Huzzah. And the Thinking Man. So pick number 2. This is all for people who want to have a stable communication with your romantic partner and that partnership, okay? So 3 changes that are occurring is you're going to have a new beginning in your personal life between you and your romantic partner. There's going to be healing and a new start with you two. And you're going to be picking and choosing your battles with each other. So that way, well, you're not nitpicking at each other. Yippee! So your advice here is confidence is key to your success. New Moon in Leo. So I'm going to give you some advice, and it's going to be some messages, okay? Not just one, messages. So pick number 2. 1 month. Make sure you make this a priority. Make time to have fun, please and thank you. Next message, it's time for you to show the world that what you've got. Next message, shine your light, pick number 2. Next thing, have some pride, please and thank you. Next thing, spoil yourself. You've earned it. Oh yes, you have. So big hugs, pick number 2. Next thing, you've turned someone's head. That means your partner. Whoopee! Your outcome looks great because you are learning and understanding your partner and your wants and needs too. And you're learning and teaching yourself that equal give and take of listening and talking, okay? And understanding things in such a different way. So this is not a bad outcome, okay? Pick number 2. Really hope that helps. Now that's the ending of Pick a Card reading number 7. So please like, share, and subscribe. And I greatly appreciate your time and space. Now we're going to move on to Pick a Card reading number 8. Now Pick a Card reading number 8 is all the viewers learn and teach themselves about stability in their ideas and business partnership, okay? So you can pick 1 or 2 or both. I got to set it up and then we'll get started. So have fun while I do that. How can pick number 1 learn and teach themselves about stability and stability in their ideas and business partnership? Thank you. How can pick number 2 learn and teach themselves about stability in their ideas and business partnership? Thank you. Please give me 1 card for pick number 1. Please give me 1 card for pick number 2. Thank you. All right, viewers, if you don't already know, pick a card. Reading number 8 is done. You can pick 1 or 2, but it's all about learning and teaching yourself about stability through your ideas and business partnership. Okay? So if you pick number 1, you got Angel of Balance. You got Journey. You got first chakra, Archangel Michael. You got Hold Your Vision. And last card, third chakra, Archangel Chamuel. Not bad. All right, pick number 1. Pick number 1. This is for people who want to learn and teach themselves about stability through their ideas. So the 3 changes that are going to be occurring is that you're going to be patient, emotionally stable, while you're trying to learn and teach yourself about stabilizing and implementing practical steps to your ideas. There's going to be a lot of forward movement with this. You may have a choice to travel here in order to get investors to invest in your ideas. And some of you, it's going to be remotely from home. That's what got channeled in with the Journey card. Either way, your ideas are going to come into fruition where they're going to be stable, bringing you income. And also this is going to bring you a lot of stability on the inside, where you're going to be very happy at the fact that you took a chance on these. Okay. So heads up with that. That's what you need to know. So your advice here is hold your vision. Okay. So I'm going to give you some extended messages to your ideas, your advice here in this situation. Okay. Fixed moon 106. All right. So for 1 month, or while this is going on, in the mirror by yourself, okay, pick number 1. 3 times in the morning. Say yes. Just say the word a lot and see how it feels. Okay. Yes. Yes. Get what I mean? Next message. Power, faith, and patience are needed. Please and thank you. Next thing, someone needs to back down. You'll just know who in the situation. Next thing, avoid stagnation. Last thing, a personal or professional relationship will be enduring. All right? Just in case you didn't know, it's going to be enduring. Good. The outcome looks great because there's going to be forward movement here with your ideas. You'll get support around you and feeling re-energized. Okay? More of a pep to your step right here in your outcome. So more expansion is going to be coming, okay, to keep on moving your ideas forward, okay? So that's your reading, pick number 1. I really hope it helps. Now, if you pick number 2, you got second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Man holding a heart. 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. Your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. And the World. Not a bad outcome. So cheers. Gonna have some water. So pick number 2 is for people that need to learn and teach themselves about stability, about a business partnership. Okay. This is for those people that pick number 2. So the 3 changes that are occurring is that you need that's once you learn and teach yourself and how about stability in business partnership, you'll have new intimacy, creativity, your ideas and how to do those business partnerships. You're going to meet someone that's very creative that's going to help you on your journey. I get channeled in advertising, ads, someone who's very intuitive in regards to helping you grow and expand your business, whatever that is. This is a person that has a family here in this business partnership, okay? And has a lot of creative ideas that can help you out as well. Some of it could be you expanding in that form too. That's why I got 2 split messages. You'll just know if it's you or someone that comes in, because it will be very clear as day. Okay? And the next change that's occurring is that you're getting an awakening here in your intuition. And through your spiritual process, it's what's just going to help you in your business partnership with others. Okay? Because this awakening is going to get you excited, emotionally stable for a new start in business partnership too. That's when you're going to be ready to take it to the next level, is what's getting channeled in, okay? So those are the changes that are occurring. So your advice is your dreams need a practical plan. So I'm going to elaborate more on what that is. Very cool. So for 1 month, write down 10 things that you know are wonderful about you. Okay, pick number 2. Next thing, laziness could explain your situation. If so, change that and own it. Okay? Just experience. Now you can flip the script, okay? That's how easy it can be. Next thing, chasing money doesn't work. You need to chase a dream. Please and thank you. Next thing, jealousy and envy create negative energy and attract negativity. Okay? Last thing, more exercise is called for. Please and thank you. That's your advice. When you implement all these, here comes in your outcome expansion. On or offline. That means on the internet or off the internet. Either way, you're getting expansion here in your public profile. Okay? And you're going to be able to network with a bunch of people that you didn't realize you could. Yay! So, big hugs, pick number 2. That's your reading. I really hope it helps. And that's the end of Pick a Card reading number 8. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for joining me. I do appreciate your time and space. Now let's move on to Pick a Card reading number 9. Now, Pick a Card reading number 9 is all about how can the viewer stabilize their health overall and have a new start. You can pick 1 or 2 or all the above. So, have fun while I get it all set up. Okay, viewers? How can pick number 1 stabilize their health overall and have a start? Thank you. How can pick number 2 stabilize their health overall and have a new start? Gotta move my butt or it's gonna go numb. No pins and needles here. Give me one card for pick number 1. Give me one card for pick number 2. Thank you. Now, if you just joined me in playing the pick a card reading, or pick a card reading number 9 is already set up. It's how can the viewers stabilize their health overall and have a new start. You can pick 1 or 2 or both. Either way, let's get started. You pick number 1, you got door to spirit. You got indecision. You got victory. You got hold your vision. You got healer of the ages. Not a bad outcome. All right. Pick number 1. This is for people that want to give themselves time to heal. So pick number 1, the 3 changes that are going to be occurring here in your mind, body, and spirit is that you're going to have a new start here while you heal in your mind. Now in your body, you're going to decide what direction you want to go. So you're going to be very patient with yourself in regards to healing your body and what direction you want to go thereafter. But in your spirit, you're finally going to get a victory here because you're going to be going through an awakenings, what's getting channeled here with the victory card. So that way you are balanced and patient with yourself through this awakening. So you're needing to know this so that way you keep on going with your self-care regimen. After this healing, you're going to see that you're going to need to readjust your self-care regimen, okay? So that way when you come out of healing, you can maintain the self-care regimen throughout your journey, okay? You're very much learning how to nurture yourself so you're not neglecting yourself again. Very cool. So hold your vision, okay? Is your advice. So I'm going to elaborate what that is. I'm giving you more messages to your advice. Hold your vision. Full moon, no, fixed moon. 106. So for 1 month, say in the mirror 3 times by yourself. Yes, just say the word a lot and see how it feels. Okay. Pick number 1. Next thing, staying power, faith, and patience are needed. Next thing, someone needs to back down and you'll know it because you'll feel whether it's you or somebody else. Next thing, avoid stagnation with your healing. Last thing, a personal or a professional relationship will be enduring this time, okay? What got channeled into, don't go off the rails. Okay, please and thank you. In the end, you're going to be healing yourself, and for some of you need to know this is that you're going to become a healer, in whatever genre that is. Okay, so from one healer to the other, welcome. And if you ever want to network, my information is down below in the description box, okay? So, yippee, another healer. So heads up with that. Not a bad outcome. That's for pick number 1. Now, if you pick number 2, you got 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. Community. work through fears, new moon in Scorpio, and angel of strength. Not a bad outcome. All right. So, pick number 2 is for people who want to have a new start in their healing and self-care. So, the changes that are going to be occurring with this new start in your healing and self-care, pick number 2, is that you're going to get an awakening in your intuition and a new start and new emotional stability. You're going to find kindred spirits that are like you, that you mesh really well with out in the community, whether it's on or offline. And balance. Partnership, new opportunities here in regards to business. Legal matters are going to turn in your favor, but I also get marriage partnership too, through the courts. That's only for some of you if you're in a long-lasting romantic partnership and you've been getting a feeling that it's going to head that way to marriage, okay? I have to be very crystal clear about it in order not to lead anybody on, okay? So your advice is work through your fears. So I'm going to elaborate on this by giving you some more advice on what it is. New moon in Scorpio. For 1 month, okay, pick number 2. Have some sexy time. Yeah, with your partner or with yourself. Doing whatever toys you do, goofballs. We're not going to go any further with that. We're all adults. You don't need to get all up in your personal life, okay? Next thing, time to let go of a grudge you're holding on. We all had to do it. Now it's your turn, okay? Pick number 2. Next thing, move on from jealousy, please and thank you. Next thing, stop obsessing, please and thank you. Next thing, could it be you're being paranoid? Question mark. Okay. We all had to go through it. Now it's your turn. No one's above or below each other, okay? Next thing, make an investment and you'll feel it on what you want. Here in the end, you don't have a bad outcome because you take the lead, because you're being honest and having strength to do so. It's not a bad outcome because it's letting you finally come into your leadership, your power, your strength, okay? Yippee! So that is your reading, pick number 2. I really hope it helps. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for your time and your patience and space. Yay! Now let's move on to the last pick a card reading, and that is number 10. So number 10 is how can the viewers take the lead in their creative ideas and wish fulfillment? You can pick 1 or 2 or both. So have fun while I set that reading up, okay? We're going to use the Karma deck and shuffle it, and then we'll get started. All right. 1 second before we start. Now, John, if you want to ask a question for a free oracle reading, you can leave it down in the chat below. And after I'm done with this last pick a card reading, I'll be able to answer it, okay? But other than that, worrying is only going to get you nowhere. So use a self-care regimen. If you want to know right off the bat, use your self-care regimen in order to relieve that anxiety and worry, okay? Whatever your self-care regimen is, and be reasonable with yourself with it, okay? You can do meditation. You can take a break. Do something joyful, because that's what brings you balance. And I mean, be reasonable. Don't use substance abuse or alcohol, because it just amplifies the anxiety and worry, okay? Big hugs, John. John wrote, thank you so much. You're welcome. If you want a question answered still, John, I can do one question oracle reading for you, okay? When I'm done with the pick a card reading, okay? Cheers. I am drinking pumpkin spice tea. One of these days I'll drink some coffee on here. All right, so this pick a card reading number 10. You can pick one or two, okay? It's all about taking the lead in your creative ideas and wish fulfillment, okay? So I'm going to start now. If you pick number 1, this is your reading. How can pick number 1 take the lead in their creative ideas and wish fulfillment? Thank you. You got in the first house, pick number 1. You got in Virgo, the South Node. We're going to stop right there. So pick number 1, I give you guidance and an outcome. So please make the immediate actions, pick number 1, to do it your own way, okay? Do it on your own. Do what you must, because now is not the time to do what makes you feel secure, okay? Because this is for people who that want to take the lead in their creative ideas, okay? Keep in your spirit immediately, have a balance between serving yourself and serving others. And remember, this is, you did this in the past, okay? So you need to make sure to be crystal clear to not ever forget about yourself and your self-care regimen, okay? Because from one leader to the other, you've got to have it, or else you're going to be thrown off balance so easily. And it's going to be hard for you to always take the lead and be focused on what you need to take the lead on, okay? So when you do that, you don't have a bad outcome. So I'm going to give you your outcome here in a little bit. Here it is. Pick number 1, your outcome is you're going to have expansion and good fortune here. You're going to have also here in your outcome on a physical front, a transformation that happens inside and outside of you. You're going to feel a power struggle within inside you through this, because this is what happens when you go through growth. Sometimes it's painful, sometimes it's not, sometimes it feels uncomfortable. So that's why I said it's the power struggle, resulting from you being honest to take the lead here, okay? And getting your, taking the lead in your creative ideas. So it's not a bad outcome. Expansion and a transformation with inside you and around you. Very cool. What got channeled in is what you needed. Yippee. On a spiritual outcome, you're going to have a granting of these blessings. You're going to feel a need to control this power struggle and the energies to meet these challenges, because it's regarding your desires here of getting those creative ideas going. So all in all, it's not a bad outcome. You just need to ask yourself if you want to do this transformation out and about or at home. My advice from one leader to the other, do it at home. You'll be comfortable because you don't have to take it out on anybody to not have to clean up anything. You get what I mean? Go into your man cave or your woman cave, whatever that beautiful home is of yours, and have fun doing what you want to through your transformation, because it can be that easy, okay? So that's your reading, pick number 1. I really hope it helps. I'm going to shuffle and then do pick number 2. Okay, how can pick number 2 take the lead in their creative ideas and wish fulfillment? Thank you. Pick number 2, you got Jupiter. Whoopee! Not a bad energy. Pluto, dun 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 dun. The intensity is real. The first house, Cancer, Venus, in Capricorn, and we're going to stop right there. So pick number 2, I give you guidance and an outcome here. Okay, this is for people who want to take the lead in their wish fulfillment. So please make the immediate action. Pick number 2, to teach yourself how to grow and expand here. To not give up. Do it on your own. Use your intuition. Be creative and use a business-like way. Okay? What got channeled in slow and steady wins the race, so you know, with your wish fulfillment. Keeping your spirit, okay, to be positive and resurrecting yourself. If you get down and out or depressed, immediately your feelings, cherish them and your goals, okay? Because when you do this, you don't have a bad outcome. Give your outcome here in a little bit. So this is going to be a process. Some of you guys' wish fulfillment is a partnership. I get in regards to dating. And some of it is business. Yeah, some of it's business and career too. It's like you're mixing, I get a mix between romantic and also career. All right, these 2 different groups for pick number 2. Your outcome is pick number 2. Towards your wish fulfillment is there's going to be a transformation here because you put in that power, that energy. You're going to understand the limits imposed of that you have to wait for things to start to grow and flourish. And that you know that you have to use the most direct way here. So there is going to be more nurturing and productivity here in the end. So you know that you're not going to give up on your wish fulfillment here in the end. So one transformation is going to occur. You're taking it slow and still nurturing your wish fulfillment, whether it's career or in a romantic relationship. So it's not a bad outcome. Still growing and expanding, okay? And you're going to discover a lot here and where you want to go in your career and your love life. Or understanding what sacrifices you're going to make in regards to anything that confused you, and then another unexpected change. How to look down the line. So that way you're more optimistic and keep on moving forward. Pick number 2. Huzzah. On a spiritual outcome, you're going to get purification to resurrect yourself when you're down and out or depressed. A maturity that brings more resources towards you. So that way you're nurturing your romantic life and a status up in your career too. So that way you're taking good care of yourself in your self-care regimen too. So it's not a bad outcome, pick number 2. You're making things happen and you're not giving up on your wish fulfillment. Yay! So heads up with all that. That's your reading, pick number 2. I really hope it helps. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. You're letting YouTube and their wonky algorithm to know that you still want to watch my channel. Because if you don't, well, a lot of channels get thrown to the wayside and it's very hard for our channels to pop up, okay? So you need to know this more so that way you're hitting not only the like button, the subscription button, but you're also hitting the bell. And you're getting to see all the notifications too, okay? So that is the end of the pick a card readings. All right, so it looks like there's no question left by John. So I think I already answered it without the reading, which is great. Glad I was able to help. All right, so Karen asked the questions of my spiritual journey, the good and bad experience of life. What's DOB and place? Okay, Karen, please elaborate what that means because I have no idea. I can tell you about my spiritual journey real quick, not too long. When my spiritual journey occurred was when I started getting a realization I want to do something more that would help people. And that's when I was in middle school. And it happened to be when I had to go to church school. It was a Catholic church school for kids. My parents, God, I love them. But man, they're conservative hippies. Nothing wrong with that. But I used to be like, gave it a stank look, like two contradictory things. But that's what happens with certain people. They're the yin and yang of their own effect. But they raised me up Roman Catholic. And I was just like, okay. So my dad was big about not only having us kids go to a church school, getting all that stuff intertwined with school and church, but when we come home from church school, he would automatically get his Bible and sit down and having church school even at home. So it was a double whammy. It was like, someone shoot me. After a while, it became someone shoot me. Like, this is over. It's like overgurgitating too much to small kids, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But my dad thought, oh, this is great. Just shove it down their throats. So I not only did know the ins and outs at that time of the Bible, I was able to answer for my brother and my sister. So my dad didn't have to get into lectures with us so long. And I mean, my brother and my sister were happy that I just told my dad what needed to be said so he can move forward and be done with it. That's how much I paid attention. So when I went to church school, made it so easy for the teacher to say, Mary, I don't know why you're in this class. You obviously know what you need to know about the Bible. So, if you want to, you can go rest over there. You don't need to learn anymore. And I'm there like, can I just go home? But they didn't do home until later on because, well, It was a thing, after school thing that my parents did. So, yeah, I got raised up ultra conservative. And so, when I finally had the need of wanting to help others was when I was in church school. And I was like, I really want to help others. So when I talked to like certain people about it through the church school, they're like, why don't you become a nun? And I was like, okay. Like, I didn't feel like a huge need to it. I just wanted to just explore it. And when I explored it, in the end, I found out I had family that was nuns and stuff on my father's side, and ended up getting connected only a very small time range around that time. And I was just like going, oh God, I I'm not feeling that I want to be a nun. I'm like, I actually want a family. I actually want kids. I actually want to have a sex life, stuff like that. And so I was like, okay, yeah, I don't want to become a nun. Oh, but my dad would, and my on his side was really hoping I'd become a nun. And I was just like, no, I don't think so. It was even better when I was in high school and I was dressing like as a raver, as a skater, as a goth, and then mixing it all in, and then dressing like a teenage choir kid to artists and stuff, doing tattoo booths. Oh man, was that against my parents. And they saw it as like, I have a feeling like my dad thought my whole teenager years was a personal attack towards him, because we had a conversation. He's like, why do you dress like this? And I'm like, I'm expressing myself, Dad. He goes, well, you're following people. And I'm like, not really. Because if you ever knew who I was, I meshed well with everybody. I was friends with the preppies, to the gothics, to the jocks, everybody. It was easy. You treat them with respect, you're going to get treated back with respect. And yes, I met some ornery people in my life, and that was the ones that, well, they were ornery for a reason. Doesn't mean it was a good reason. They had shit go on in their life. And those are the ones I'd be like pulling off to the side, well, why are you acting like that, kind of thing. But it led me to the path of going into the nunnery, but it got me to start learning different religions like Wicca, then different parts of Christianity, and how it ties into different pagan religions, and how everything got effed up with that all of no why there's always been a battle between Christians and Catholics and different kinds of things, and trying to lump them all in one. That always causes issues, right? Oh, my romantic life. Karen, aren't you nosy? No, I'm just kidding. So when it came down to my spiritual path, what finally broke me into where I'm at right now is when I finally detached from what people were expecting me to do in regards to my parents. So I detached from that and got into doing this in order to help people. And I noticed it became an infinite, non-boundary kind of healing kind of path. And that's what I wanted to do. I looked into becoming a social worker, a psychiatrist, a counselor, and all that. I always found that it was so boundaries and that, and it's understandable, especially if you're trying to give people medications. And I never wanted to feel like medication was the only thing, you know, and I didn't want to do that to another person, because I saw my brother, and I just saw people in my family go through mental health issues with being over medicated. So I didn't want to go into those fields. So this is where I found being a mystic oracle healer is what suits me, and I feel comfortable in being this title, you know. And I can always refer people to seeing a different specialist in mental or physical if need be, because there's nothing wrong with that, you know, because some people need those kind of specialists versus me specializing in being a mystic oracle healer, you know. But Karen asked, how was your romantic life? My romantic life, I meant always my opposite in regards to, see, I'm asexual. And if you look up what asexual is, it is not all, it's not a person that is attracted sexually to people. I am attracted to people who are authentic, who are themselves in a romantic stance of, but having a long lasting relationship that doesn't want to give up and all that stuff. That even if I am different from them, it's not very hard for them to take responsibility, be their own leader. It's one of those things that if I'm building a life with that person, okay, I'm not here to tell you what to do, and you're not going to tell me what to do. We're here sharing each other's lives with each other. All I ask is be responsible, because that's what I'm going to be. We're both adults. Who am I to tell you what you need to do in your life when you already know what you need to do? It's as simple as that. I'm not in a rush to be in a relationship with somebody. I am, though I know what I want. I want a long-term marriage. I've never been married before, and I deserve that, just like anybody else. I don't let my past hold me back. I think it was beautiful experiences I had in my romantic life. That I knew I was going to have my daughter, and I focused on what is good and what is working out in my life. What isn't, I let it balance out and grow. Okay? I don't think codependency and addictions are needed in a relationship, but we tend to all experience it at some points in our life in order to heal from it. So I've dealt with relationships where people were like that towards me. I'm very much a giver in a relationship, very much. It used to be to a fault. Now it's not anymore. Now it's not. So in my romantic life, I am single. It's one of those things, it's a bittersweet moment. It's only better because you want to share your life with somebody, but I also love my own company. And I would like to share my company with somebody else. But it's okay if I don't. Cheers. I don't know if I should share on how old I am, but I don't care really all that much. I am on the cliff, and in March 21st, I'm going to be turning 40. 40 years old. It doesn't feel like it. I still feel that I'm in my 20s. But you know, at times, our bodies tell us our age. to ground us in the here and now, to let us know that we're aging, that we can't live forever. Even though I told my daughter, my doctor, and my friends that I said I'm aiming for 300, how much ambition I have. And it's making me emotional. And it's only because I have Hashimoto's disease. I've been in a long-term relationship. I'm having all these questions come in from Karen. I've been in long-term relationships before. The longest has been 4 years. And the least one, I've only had one that only lasted 3 days. And that's when I was in my early 20s. But other than that, the longest one I had was about 4 years. Karen asks, did you ask Divine what is your blockage in your true love? I don't have any blockage. I have to just be patient. My love readings have always been about me being patient for him to come towards me. That I'm meant to do what I'm meant to do now. Karen wrote, did you ask the Divine what your blockage is in your true love? That's why I answered what I answered before. She read, it's okay, I'm 31 and I am unmarried too. I have asthma. Yeah, asthma can get really bad. That's how my Aunt Mary died. She landed up having a massive heart attack in her sleep because she has breathing issues. It was something that found out that just happens to run in my mom's side of the family. Karen wrote, you should be thankful that you are not with anybody, any fake person. Oh, I'm very thankful for that, but I'm also thankful for everything up until this point, to be very honest, because it could have went any other way. So thank you for that, Karen. This is for people who want to know me better. She wrote, I think about our life is to explore about our own self. That's part of it. Most of it is about having the human experience, because before we're even in these human bodies, we're just spirits floating around and zipping in and out of the cosmos and wondering what we should do, what our true desires are, you know? I think being is like you're literally picking and choosing where you want to start your life, you know? What world, what planet. Because if you think about it, if it wasn't for your curiosity, your own consciousness, wondering what it would be like as a human being, you wouldn't have accomplished being in your mom's womb. And you wouldn't be able to accumulate these bodies that we have now, you know? My last relationship was like 4 years ago. And it was a great one. Like, I have nothing against any of my exes, especially my last one. How immature the situation was, but it wasn't too. Because I had to know if he was going to be the leader of our household through a pandemic. And he was not capable of being, and that was okay. Even to this day, I'm happy that he's alive, thriving well, that he's actually now engaged to somebody, and I'm there going, yippee. And it happened to be the very person that he ended up being an ex with, that she finally got out of her comfort zone, and they finally meshed well. And that's all I wanted for him, was just to be happy. What was sad is that he did things that were very immature. And I mean, to the point where you don't mess with someone's help. And at that time, he was making himself do the COVID shots, even though he was totally against it, in order to maintain his job at his family's, his his brother-in-law's business, in order to stay in their house too. And I told him, that's really not good. I said, why don't you get your own place? It was just freaking him out that having to do things out of his comfort zone, was not what he wanted to do. And I told him, well, I can't be around him if he's doing COVID shots, because me catching any of that, with having Hashimoto's disease, and my daughter having Hashimoto's disease, that would have killed us, because our immune system is so low and so poor that wouldn't have done us any good, being in the same household as him, doing that stuff just to please his family, even though he pretty much said this to me. Well, I know it's wrong, but I want to prove I'm wrong, and then be like, hot at the end. See, I knew you guys were wrong, and you made me do something, and look at it. When he got that COVID shot, it made him so sick. I mean, I had to be on the phone with him, trying to bring up his spirits and all that stuff. So I consider me and him still really good acquaintances. When we broke up, he ended up love bombing me, and I had to like block him out so that way he can move on and there would be no drama. Then I ended up unblocking him, and everything became rebalanced and stuff. So, like I said, I have nothing against my exes. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm just glad he's in a happier space now and engaged. So, if he watches this, congratulations. Finally, you're happy. Karen wrote, I'm 31 and still waiting. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with waiting. Enjoy your own company. Go out there and still enjoy life. I still do. I go to different events around town, go see fireworks, have time with my daughter, still enjoy the things I love enjoying, especially doing this job and some other things. So it's not like a bad thing. It's okay to get emotional at times because it's you want it. But I found out that I don't have to have a person to like take care of me and all that stuff. Everything's an added bonus, if someone wants to share your life with you, and vice versa. So that's a little bit about me. I just really try to enjoy the journey, and meeting different people is really cool too, because they have their own life story and everything. And so if you want to share a little bit about yourself, you can always comment down below in the comment area, you know. I'm going to have to give this to my daughter too. I kept it in my stocking. It's a big freaking candy cane. You know, these are big. She ate hers, and I told her later on I'll give her mine. It's a good way to whack somebody, right? Whack, whack. Oh, Geeta or Geeta S. Sure, I'll see. I'll do a timestamp for you right now. Put you on the list. Geeta S Kaimal. Hold on. Hi, Geeta. All right, Geeta. Your timestamp starts now. Geeta S wants to know what is the year 2025 will bring to them. Give me one card for their romantic life, second card for their money and career, and third card of anything unexpected. First card, man holding a heart. Magician in the mirror. And appreciation. Clarify the man holding the heart with one card. And magician in the mirror with one card. And appreciation with one card. Cute. Journey. The world. And the fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. It's appreciation in regards to Geeta's love life. Yes or no, my soul and divine. All right. All right, Geeta. In regards to your romantic life, it's going to move forward with someone here that is romantic and is going to change your journey. I feel like it's someone from far away, someone who's emotionally stable. So you got to pick and choose whether or not you want to take a journey towards this person that's going to be far away, or they may do that with you. It all depends how you guys' finances are. That's what I get when in your regards to your romantic life. Somebody who is emotionally available, okay? Now, when it comes down to your money and career, there's going to be more expansion as long as you put in the effort here. What kind of expansion is coming up in money and career for Geeta? Thank you. you're going to get a new start here in your money and career. That's what's going to bring more expansion. Just make sure you're not giving into inner deceit or any gossip around your money and career, okay, Geeta? And you're needing to know this. So that way you have a heads up of optimism and standing up in your power in your money and career for that expansion, okay? So make sure you're emotionally stable and knowing where you're going here in your money and career. Write down your beautiful ideas because they're not stupid in a journal. Make sure you're also implementing a self-care regimen so that way you're enjoying your journey, but you're ready for the path ahead, okay, in your romantic life and your money and career. In return, your friends and family, they're going to give you some honest communication of being appreciative towards you, okay? And in return, it's going to nurture more growth between you and your friends and family. And new networking of people, too, is what got channeled in. That comes in unexpectedly. So you need to know this, okay? Be optimistic about your year because there's a lot of good things that are coming up for you, okay? Be ready with that journal, okay? And that's your reading, Geeta. I really hope it helps. Big hugs. So if I did do a reading or not with you, I'm going to have timestamps down below in the description box and comment area, okay? So please make sure that you give me 15 to 20 minutes while I do that, so that way get those timestamps, okay? Karen asks, what do I do with my finances? Well, I do surveying and other side gigs because YouTube doesn't give me money. I don't make enough watch hours and stuff. This is a brand new year and stuff like that. So I'm accumulating so I can get AdSense and partnership with YouTube. But until I do not get no money from YouTube. I make my own money doing side work, volunteering at my community and all that stuff. That's how I do it. I volunteer my time. I do remote work at home to make extra money. That's surveying and stuff like that. And that's how I make my extra money. So if you want to ever donate to me, my PayPal and stuff is down below in the description box. Your donations will always go to a good place in order to help this channel and help the everyday needs that I do in my own household. Because I do have a 14-year-old kid too, and I give everything to her and making sure that she has a comfortable, happy life. Thank you, Geeta. The kind of side work I do is survey work. I also sometimes do different thumbnails, tattoo designs and stuff. And some people are able to, and I don't even charge that much, but some people try to get things for free. So I stopped doing that. In the meantime, I'm doing the tattoo work and stuff, at least on Facebook. But I also do oracle readings too on the side if people want their personal oracle readings done too. So yeah, that's what goes down in my personal life. I am going to cut this live now because it's almost 3 hours. So I am going to say thank you guys for joining me. And don't forget, my next live is going to be, Let's see, on the 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay? And I'm going to end out with the mantra. Thank you, Karen, too, for being my moderator. Greatly appreciate you. Esitoma Sadgamaya Dhammasoma Jyotirgamaya Ritnurman Ritangamaya Shanti Shanti Shanti. I hope you guys have a great rest of your, starting of your week. So I really hope that works out. And I'll see you guys next time, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm looking down in the chat. That's good to know, Karen. Big hugs. And I hope you have a good evening, good night, and good morning whenever you watch this, okay? And yeah. Take care, Karen. I'll see you next time, too. Bye for now.